I stole thousands of pounds worth of food due to an exploit. So I just want to start this by saying I no longer do this as my situation has improved. Essentially what I would do is take any amount of food I wanted to the self-service machine, enter the code for something that had been reduced, was the same code every time, and the last two numbers determined the price. So I would literally take a whole basket of shopping, type the code XXXXXXX01, and it would got through as 1 penny. Because it's a code for something reduced, it doesn't check for weight, meaning you could put as many items in the bagging area and it would go through with no problems. I had a few close calls, but in total I would say I stole approximately £5,000 over a 1-year period. I started seeing news articles about people getting caught and arrested over it, so I soon stopped. Also, the exploit has been patched now, so no longer possible. At what shop was this? Asda, Sainsbury's etc. Everything was from the same Asda. Damn, and here I thought I found a loophole at my work's vending machine. It sells Monster Energy drinks and other sodas, all different prices. One of the Monster Energy slots is still valued at 60 cents, while the others are $3. I used to work at a place that had the vending machines for drinks with the conveyor belts. Stick your hand up the hole where it shoots out and it retrieves to dispense drink a few times. After that, with no avail of drink, you get your money back and the drink is on the belt still. Put money back in and buy drink further down the conveyor belt, and 2 drinks for price of 1. Maybe even for cheaper depending if you caught a 60 cent from after dispensing a 3.50 Monster. I confessed something similar and the comments went off telling me I'm a horrible person and hope I get caught. They made me feel so horrible that I deleted the post. Was also going through a rough patch, glad you didn't get caught, bud. Reddit roulette, man. Sometimes people will react positively and sometimes everyone will make you feel terrible. You don't need these guys to determine who you are. Same here, lol. This girl got in a huge argument with me about morals and self-expectations and how I don't have either. That no matter how hard my life gets, there's also a different option. Like, shut up please, Lmfao. Everything is a banana if you put in 4011. I work at a different retail chain and our reductions are monitored, and we have to have an explanation as to why some are so high. It goes by percentage, or why certain codes are used. It's possible you got staff in trouble doing this. I just want to state that I'm really glad you aren't doing this now. I'm not having a go at you for something you did in the past. How did you find out anyway? This sounds like the sort of thing only employees know about. It started by me just genuinely buying reduced items a lot, because if they go out of date that day you could get items at up to 90% off. Sometimes they wouldn't scan, so I would see what the staff members would do to input the item, then eventually noticed that the last digits represented the price. So just memorize the first lot of numbers from a reduced milkshake, then change the price depending on if there were staff members near me. If I was feeling sketched out, I would sometimes make the price a little bit more because 1 penny looks obvious. Also, since then, only staff members can access anything like that. They have to scan their ID before doing anything like that now. In Sainsbury's, the ID badge they scan is just a barcode, which is just another code that can be remembered. Age check, no staff member around. 20,224. Customer is clearly over 25. I then left, enjoying my Red Bull. How did you figure out the exploit? Nice try, officer. Tesco had the same problem when it first introduced Scan as You Shop. You could scan something ridiculously cheap, then put the most expensive stuff in the bag instead, and when you got to the till you just pay and leave. They fixed this by doing random bag checks and you can't leave until they've confirmed it. I really don't get this. If someone is using the scanner, could they not feasibly fill the trolley with unscanned items? If they were to be checked, they have to choose 5 items at random. Would the cashier not just grab whatever is at the top? It's too easy, no? I don't get it at all. I used to peel off reduced barcode stickers for like 20p, then I would put them over the items I wanted. But they've since fixed it with the weighing scales. Self-checkout at my Walmart reads every price aloud, and they have like 3 workers just standing around watching you. So it's literally impossible to do anything like this, but to be fair, I would if I could. Plus the bagging area is a scale, so they know if you're putting in a .50 packet of Kool-Aid or a blender. I shop at 2 Walmarts and only one has the scale active. That's the Walmart in the nice neighborhood. The other Walmart that's old dingy and right by a sketchy neighborhood has the bagging area prompts. At the first one, I don't even have to put anything in the bagging area and I can scan just 1 2L over and over and put it back in the cart. Yeah, I buy a lot of 2Ls. At the other one, I had to open a pack of underwear because my toddler had a major accident in the car seat. So when I went to check out, I scanned the barcode and threw the remaining underwear in the bag. The screen locked up and the associate came over and it showed a video of me scanning the time and putting in the bag, and I had to explain that we had to open the underwear. I never did it, but there was supposedly one cheat where you could scan like a 6-pack of cans and only make it so you'd pay for 1 but still get the 6. Pretty cool, albeit obviously illegal, lol. I used to just remove reduced stickers and put them on expensive products. Doesn't work anymore though. They fixed it with the scales. I remember when self-service tills first came in, we used to put crates of beer on the weighing part and put it through as potatoes. Could get a crate for a couple of quid. Was so much fun. Think they are a bit savvy for that kind of stuff now, unfortunately. I did this for years too. Except I had a laminated yellow label for 10p that I would sneakily scan instead of the product. Then they started including the weight on reduced items and my time was up. The only way I get away with it now is if I scan something and it shows it expects more weight, please place the item in the bagging area. I just keep putting things in the bag until it's happy. Once it expected some crisps to weigh 3 kilograms, so I got all my shopping for a quid that day. Here in the US, you can't manipulate the self-checkout. You either scan an item or you don't. You aren't given any options to enter codes regarding the product, but you can scan coupons before the final total. Here in Australia you can enter in codes. If it won't scan you can type in the barcode, but for reduced items there is no generic barcode because everything that has been reduced is individually logged into the inventory system. We used to have instances, and it still happens I guess, of people writing down the barcode for reduced items, going home and printing off a sheet of barcodes to stick on products, but that won't get you far now, because the weights won't match up. Our self-checkout staff are trained to look for common scams like this, and watch people like a hawk. That's what I used to do before the scales were active. At one point the scars were active for everything, except reduced stickers. So I would peel off a reduced sticker then put it on a expensive item, and I got away with it loads till I realized they now weigh the reduced items too. You can't even peel off the reduced stickers now. They've got tiny cuts that mean they'll rip if you pull it off. Makes it a pain in the ass to put them on now, to be honest. I haven't tried for about 5 years to be honest, but I thought they would have sorted that out. That's a super pro tip. I used to go to a larger Ohio grocery chain which had live lobsters which one would fish out of the tank, bag up, and punch in the lobster UPC at the self-checkout. They were like $30/lb. I'd grab the live lobsters, hit the self-checkout, then simply punch in the price for bulk white rice. 2 lobsters for about $3.50 total. Freshest catch of the day. I understand your situation and have always been in the mindset that stealing food from large corporations out of necessity is a lot less shitty than stealing from mom and pop shops or from actual people. It's still shitty, but it's understandable. I've stolen food before in a similar way, but it's always been situations where I bought some of it through self-checkout and then put some items in the bags with the already paid for items. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, but it was always from corporations that factor shrinkage into their overall system. I used to do this as a clothes shop in the UK. Only you would take a reduced sticker from cheaper clothes and put it on whatever you wanted. Got a class denim jacket one time for £2.50. I do not do this now, and this was during a period when everyone was doing it honestly. I'm pretty sure they knew what you were doing. I wonder why they didn't confront you. Damn. I work with the mentally ill and homeless. Not good. Do you have no honor? WTF? Where I live you can do this at pretty much any grocery store, but never heard of anyone doing it. Where do you live? I like that you capitalized a bunch of words that don't need it, but left I in there. Good for you.